going on, Jerome's? So initially, we was going to do this video right after the news that J.J. McCarthy needed meniscus surgery, and I felt like the emotions were running high, a little bit raw. Now, in the grand scheme of things, is it a massive deal? It really sucks, yes, but also it's not ligaments, it's not structural, and meniscus should be good to go. Obviously, there's no such thing as minor surgery, or it's minor surgery when it's someone else's, but meniscus, yeah, should be no muss, no fuss, and we'll see. But I was delayed because I was making Margaret lunch, and I was like, "What do you want for lunch?" He's like, "Not a burnt grilled cheese," because 6 years ago I burnt one of her grilled cheese sandwiches, and she brings it up every single time. Anyways, but really sucks. Breaking news that J.J. McCarthy does need meniscus surgery, and head coach Kevin O'Connell said that he suffered the injury Saturday. He was held out to night practice on Monday night because of right knee soreness, and it stinks because McCarthy looking good, future of the franchise, highest drafted quarterback in team history. It looked amazing at the first preseason game. Also, huge ringing endorsement for the new U.S. Bank Stadium turf. It's like, hey, fantastic. Now, like we said, Kevin O'Connell said the injury took place on Saturday, but it could have been something. So I've had meniscus surgery before, and it's something that can really just sort of linger if you don't have the surgery. So this could have gone back to Michigan, where he might have had some soreness. That meniscus might have been fraying the entire time. Now, it's TBD how long McCarthy's going to be out because they have to get in there and see what they're going to be working with. If they can repair it, or if it's just a trim, then it could potentially be 4 to 6 weeks, reportedly, from some medical outlets. If it's a complete replacement, it could be a little bit longer. Now, I had just the bucket handle, or whatever they call it, trim, the circular half moon, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't have full on replacement, but yeah, it does really suck, but it's also something too where the trim is just a short-term solution, right? And my doctor said that even though I had the trim, like when I'm older, chances are I'll probably have to have a full replacement. Now, replacement is probably going to end McCarthy's season, or maybe he could get back at the end of the season if the Vikings make a huge playoff run. Oh, at the Super Bowl. By God, that's J.J. McCarthy's music. But I don't know if they do synthetic meniscus now, or they used to do cadavers, or they probably still do. And so cadaver, dead bodies, hey, J.J. McCarthy, you can have mine. Oh, that got dark. Anyways, but yeah, this franchise has suffered quite a bit with quarterbacks and knee injuries, going back to Teddy Bridgewater's leg falling off in 2016. But this is kind of analogous to Sam Bradford, where he came in Monday Night Football against the Saints 2017, slicing and dicing. Yes, Bradford, by the way. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's got knee soreness. The entire week leading up to week 2 in Pittsburgh, it's just like, oh, Bradford's going to be fine. Oh, they're just resting him. They're just being overly cautious, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Case Keenum's starting. Yeah, but it worked out. But either way, like Darnold was likely going to start the season anyway. Like, really, the only people saying that McCarthy could have a chance to start week 1 was national media personalities. Now, they're not as dialed in on the individual teams, and I acknowledge that, and I commiserate with that because they got to cover the entire league. But it felt like no beat writers here or anyone really plugged in with the team really thought that McCarthy was going to start week 1. Like, it's going to be Darnold, but McCarthy had been looking good. All right, so chances are McCarthy wasn't going to start the season anyway, but it does suck because McCarthy was slated to get first-team reps. Well, he was going to get first-team reps at night practice, O'Connell said, and also these valuable reps against another squad at joint practices this week, 2 preseason games, or he would have got a ton of runs. So overall, like, it would have been great for his development, but it doesn't necessarily put the kibosh on things. Like we said, ideally, O'Connell was looking to redshirt him this year, and Darnold plays well. Now, don't really have a choice. I'm saying to Sam Darnold, this is your squad, and at least for the first part of the season, you don't have to be looking over your shoulder for J.J. McCarthy. And like we said, obviously there's no such thing as minor surgeries, but knocking on all the wood, at least it wasn't anything like an ACL or a ligament or structural. Meniscus should be good to go. And again, once the surgery goes down, if it's a trim, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe he'll be back around the bye week. If it's a complete meniscus replacement, I mean, then we're talking the season, and then we'll see you in 2025, but should be 100% for the beginning of off-season workouts. But, you know, there's just something about this team, man. And we said this, was the Met, now the Mall of America, and the Dome, now US Bank Stadium, and Winter Park and TCO, were they all built on ancient burial grounds? Like, what have we done to upset the football gods? What have we done to upset the spirits? I want to know, man, because it just seems the moment that we have something nice, it gets snatched away. Like Debo snatching a chain away. It just, I don't get it. But either way, if we trust anyone to roll with the punches and come back stronger than ever, it's J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, he already put out something, amor fati, basically a philosophical way of saying it is what it is. So McCarthy's going to be all right. He's going to be good to go. Come back even better than ever. And like we said, it's something that could have been lingering since Michigan, and it might be a good thing to get this cleaned up now so it's not an issue in the future. All right, but rolling with Sam Darnold, baby, the pride of USC. Let's get this damn thing done. All right, but that's it. Raw, real garage rant. J.J. McCarthy needing meniscus surgery. Skull production value.